Well, boots are on. Bike is ready to go. 3-prong scraper in the bag. And I will know, because I will hear you if you laugh, at what my knee pads look like. I know. I'm not upset about it, but these things are lifesavers. So they are gonna go on even when I take my bike ride to the hot spots. That's my house. I'm doing awesome bunny hop off the curb. Now, what I forgot to do is pump up my tires, because both tires are 3/4 flat. You can see to the right here, a water shed property. Here's my one turn. Got a nice little hill. Pick it up again. And I'm on the straightaway. See my little border right here. My legs are just peaking a little bit of lactic acid burn. And low tides in 2 hours, so I'm 2 hours before low tide. And it's just low enough the brakes are on. Okay, now here's where I sometimes pretend like I'm fixing my bike. I'm going to do the bicycle toss. There she goes. So I'm going to take the bike over the railing. Bam. And drop my bike here, and this is where I'm worried someone's going to come by and steal my bike at some point. Now I have a pretty steep post here, here, and here. This is a sloppy step, boom. One low step. And I'm in Nirvana. Cool little spot right here that we've been digging out that now has some wash to it. And I think this little bugger popped right out. There's a nice little button. Black, I'm not sure what that is. It's hard. And I'm not going to see if it can break it. But let's hope there's some more here. Well, I just did about 30 minutes of digging to get these 2 big bottles out. I think one's a milk and one might just be a slick wine bottle. I don't think there's any embossing on either one, but they also both came out with 2 marbles. How great is that? 2 big bottles, 2 marbles. A lot of seaweed out today, but I am getting signals underneath it. Just pulled out this piece, which I've seen before, but in a much larger version. Some kind of brass decor, but I'm really not sure what it is.
So, I'm not going to do anything with this.
Well, my brother's shovel just broke. So I took the liberty, because I'm doing land detecting, to take his shovel, because I can figure this one out on land. He took mine to do the water hunting, and there's his top part. And not 3 seconds later, my first signal was a good one, and I'm thinking this is a silver quarter. Can't really make it out yet, but I know that grayish color. Oh, it's a standing liberty. There's the flying eagle on the back. I'm not going to swipe it. I can see her standing there. I'm going to rinse it off in the water. You don't usually see a date on these. The run under her feet would be it. And there's the flying eagle.
So my brother was nice enough to let me borrow his scoop. Cracked mine right in half. It's gonna happen. Eventually, there's a wood handle. Gotta pay him back, gotta get him some video footage. Just a key. Picked up a key right here. We'll see what else is going on here. I don't know how old it is. But there we go. Just start.
Yeah, it's funny, my first scoop took the top layer right off of this and left my signal right underneath. There's a cool clock gear. Well, that one came up quick. I was digging to try and get below this rock because I thought the signal was coming from underneath it. And I did a quick swipe and out popped what appears to be my second silver quarter. It is. And that's going to be a Washington, so possibly 1945. Yep. I think we have a pretty old bag seal here. On this side it says 51 Avenue. And I think there's an EX on this side. It's made of lead, and these are pretty old. And that actually, I believe, is where there was a string that went through that. Great spot when you see the black sand coming through. And I got a good signal in there, and it's definitely old silver. It was a pretty murk. I'm gonna run this line and see if that black dirt keeps up. I was right. Not more than 4 feet away, I just pulled out a standing liberty. Same spot, same line. Coincidence or not, I don't normally beach detect like this, but it's right across the street from my house. And I had a half hour to kill, so I said, let me just go do some clad collecting. And I got a whole bunch of quarters and dimes. And then a gentleman said to me that there's a guy way down at the other end of the beach looking for his wedding band. That was within 5 minutes of me getting here. I walked all the way down, spotted him way down there, right about here. And he was actually scraping the sand with a fork, looking for his wedding band. So I got my detector, and within 30 seconds, I found his band for him. It's a good morning. Coincidences? I don't know. Check out this little bead. A great little design to it. Nice color red. I think we got a green bottle down there. I'm gonna search and try and extract. Fire marble. Look at that guy. Can you see him? Nice. There we go. Great looking marble. Sorry. Okay. I wanted to make this predominantly a bottle day. I was in the mood for some bigger bottles, and I'm extracting this green one, but I did get this little guy popping out. Oh, she has a little embossing on her. Yep, Listerine, Lambert Pharmaceuticals Company. Okay, I like that one. The Listerine. Let's see what I can do about this one. I love to see when things get unearthed all on their own. So I walk past this area every single time I come here, and I come here a lot. And now this is just sticking out of the mud. Look at that. So we must have had a good wash through here the other night, because we got stuff showing through. Wondering if one of these guys are going to pop out again. What does that look like? You gotta remember what things look like. The bottom of that has the hole in it. Is exactly like the little boy. I'm gonna reach for something else in here. The little boy I found a couple weeks ago. I don't know what this might be, a little button or something. But look at this, falling out of the wash. I know what that is. Let's give him a little wash. Look at him or her. I'm not gonna mess around with that. Look at that. There it is, Japan. Maker's Mark. Pre-World War II. I'll get this off. I don't want to mess with it now, just in case I snap anything. Ah, she's the best. All my favorite finds are coming out today. Although the cap is broken, there's another mini perfume. I think it's exactly the same one as I found last week. That is straight glass. Interesting. I'm not sure. I'm not sure why I find it so entertaining to find really good cups in here. I know they're old. This one's in great shape. It's got a nice little wave design on the bottom. I know they're made well. And if I use them at home, they're probably going to last way longer than what I have now. It's a great cup. That is some black glass. Okay, now we're talking. That looks like something special. Oh yes, look at that. We have our first decently old coin from here, and it's a buffalo nickel. I can't really make it out yet, but there's definitely going to be a date there because she looks in great shape. Fantastic. I got some interesting bits and pieces of stuff sitting here. Figured I'd put the video on and see what we can find together. Might be a little collection area. There's a cool little snap. Something right there that reminds me of an oil lamp valve. Let's grab that. Yeah, that looks like, oh, there's thunder in the background. An oil lamp valve. Might have a little design on it. There's another washer. It's junk sticking out over here. A little doodad. I think the aqua trigger says that all the time. No, that's it. All right. So I'm scraping up this section against the wood to pile some stuff up and see if I can pick out a few things. And this thing just popped out. It's a nice little sheath for a fillet knife. I don't think it's that old, based on this little doohickey, but it wasn't dropped yesterday, that's for sure. You can see where I just did my next scrape, and right after that fillet knife holder popped out a marble. Although it's broken, it's still a marble. Just pulled out this nice little piece of pottery that I shoved back in there for dramatic effect, and right next to it, well, first let's take a look at this. But if you can see it already, nice little button. Not really sure what these guys are made of, but I am collecting buttons now also. So that's a score. Okay, so I snuck in a little deeper than I normally go, and look what's sitting on the side there. Can you see it? I also have a strange feeling that I might be watching someone or something. Look at this. Nice. Glass stopper just sitting on the side. I don't know if it got washed up or the mud came down and this thing came up. But other than that, see that log right there? What's underneath it? Is that just a piece of wood? Or it's not. There she is. Hello, baby. That is the snapper monster. Can you see that? I'm gonna make her move. Hey! Hey! Hey, wake up! That is the big snapper sitting right there. There's gotta be a ton of them here. Look at him. Look at that snapper. Leave her alone. She's got a great spot right here. And I keep looking behind me, making sure that snapper's not coming up on me. But look at this cool piece. What is that? Looks like it sat this way and held something in here. I wish it didn't have that chip on it. Huh. Well, I thought this was just some kind of mechanical part and washed it off. And turns out it's a pretty cool button. Look at that. See how the section of the water cleans off the top layer of dirt? It's a great place to search. Screw over there. Quiet. I pulled a few interesting things off this section of the hill. We got a glass stopper, a rubber tip. I'm not sure what this red little bead is because it's losing its color, and a tiny little bottle. I thought there might be more because I had a lot of stuff surfacing here. Yeah, look how pretty this thing would have been. Great color. Rats. You always got to go with your instincts. If it looks suspicious, pick it up. That looks like, I think it's the top of a cow or a pig. But she is broken, unfortunately. That doesn't matter. She's coming home. to meet your friends. You know, I recreate instances where something like this is sticking out, and I'm like, ah, let's just pull it out anyway. And then it winds up being something kind of cool looking. Look at this. I mean, it's broken. It looks like, yeah, that's probably a handle. An old dresser. Look at the great artsmanship on that and the flowers. I crept down a little further than I normally do. And behind some of these weeds, I saw another section of stuff starting to pop out. And this might be an intact shot glass. With a crack in it, rats. Okay, but there's also, see this right here? I'm not sure if it's intact, but it sure looks like a salt shaker. Oh, look at that. And it's got a little chip in it there. But that's intact enough to be a really cool piece. Rats on a shot glass. Son of a gun. Let's see what this looks like. That's the actual cap that looks like a glass twist-off cap that has the crack in it, but the bottom piece seems to be fully intact. That's a cool piece. I think the salt's even still in there. All glass salt shaker. Excellent. Let's dig a little bit. Look at what just dropped out of this swipe. I did a swipe up here, which there might be more. Oh, there is more. You might have a little cache of figurines. That's 2 right there. I didn't even think to swipe more. I was so quick to videotape. But it looks like I might be bringing home some friends. All right, I'll come back to that. Let me rinse off these 2 guys. They look awesome. Look at this guy carrying something. I'm gonna say, yep, these are Japan again. And this guy, what's she sitting at? Oh, I'm not sure. Nice big hat on her, a bonnet. Welcome home, guys.